This is Chris Nesi, founder of the Education Podcast Network. ISTE 2019 is right around the corner, and we're hosting an Education Podcast Network meetup. Come out on Sunday, June 23rd at 6 p.m. at Pat's King of Steaks and meet all your favorite Education Podcast Network podcasters and connect with other listeners. We're going to have an old-fashioned cheesesteak challenge. We're going to eat at Pat's, we're going to eat at Gino's, we're going to have a good time, talk podcasting, and we'd love to see you there. Come out on June 23rd at 6 p.m. if you're going to be in Philly for ISTE 2019. I look forward to seeing you there. Now, back to the podcast.
My name is Jennifer Kronk from the Assist Learning Podcast. I'm a proud member of the Education Podcast Network, just like the show you're listening to right now. The opinions expressed are those of the individual hosts. Make sure you check out all the other great podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com and get ready because the learning begins in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Edu-Magicians. Dr. Sam Fessich here with another episode of the Edu-Magic Podcast, the podcast that is designed to help you become an educator of excellence during your college career. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin when you walk across the stage of graduation, but instead, teaching begins during your first college class at 8 a.m. So, let's get the party started. Hello friends, I have a special treat for you today. During our episode, we will be discussing 10 teaching interview tips. Now, I know some of you might be traveling or listening to this on the go, so I've made a PDF with these 10 tips and ways to think through how you can use them during your interview process. And there's also 2 bonus tips. Now, to find them, you're going to have to head to my website, www.sfessich.com/5, and there you can download the PDF template that has all 10 tips plus 2 bonus tips for you to rock your teaching interview. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Hello, Edu-Magicians. At the time of this podcast, it is May, and it is graduation season, job search season, and I have 10 great tips to help you land that first teaching job. Now, these tips came from a colleague of mine, Dr. Josh Weaver. He came to a class that I teach, and he shared with some of our teaching candidates some awesome nuggets of information. So let's jump right into them. First is proofread your application. Now, I know that most applications are turned in online, but no matter how you turn in your application, have someone proofread it, people. Seriously, I don't care if you're the best writer in your class. Just have someone look at your online application. Maybe you want to install an extension. I know there's one in Chrome called Grammarly that will look if there's any misspellings or any grammar mistakes. So you may want to check that out. Remember, your online application is your first impression. It's a digital handshake, so you want to make it a good one. It may also be a good idea to read your application aloud to yourself. So have someone proofread it and read it aloud to yourself. The next piece of advice is don't start every sentence with I. School districts are looking for team players. So when you start off your cover letter with I did this and I did that, it comes across as it's all about you. And we know with teaching, it's about the students. It's about a team. It's about collaboration and communication. So take a note here. Consider using terms like we did this. We accomplished this goal. You guys get the point. It's okay to talk about yourself and highlight things that you've done, but frame it in a way that is collaborative and shows that you're able to play nice with others, because remember, sharing is caring. Next is balance. It's so hard to balance it all, but when it comes to your resume or your digital presence, your cover letter, you're looking for some balance. When an employer looks at what you've been doing throughout your college career Yes, they do want to see a good GPA, but that's not the end-all be-all. Administrations want to see balance between academics, extracurriculars, volunteer efforts, getting involved off campus and on campus in different organizations, professional development, etc. So any way that you can show a variety of learning experiences outside of academics will really help you out. So my piece of advice for this one is to keep the professional stuff that you're doing, the positive professional presence, put that online, make it public. Keep your personal life private. So make sure that you're sharing all those great things that you're doing throughout your college career. And this is something, if you start doing this as a freshman, your future self will thank you because you will have little breadcrumbs of awesomeness spread throughout the internet showing all the great stuff that you've been doing. Next is suit up, people. Channel your inner Barney Stinson and suit up. Even though a first round interview only takes about 20 minutes to get to know you, is to make sure you can have a conversation and be personable, you need to suit up. Make sure that you accept that challenge and that you're looking good for that first round interview. During that first round interview, make sure that you show who you are and why you want to be an educator of excellence. Next is focus. This second round of interview really focuses in on content. Oh, did I mention content? Because that's where focus is. So this interview will include some content-specific teachers where they can chime in and share and ask questions related to content-specific areas. The next piece of advice shared by Dr. Weaver is that administrators want to find you online. Yes, an administrator is going to be Googling you and finding information. They want to find you. So just like they don't want to see a desert of nothingness, they don't want to see you with a solo cup. They want to see the breadcrumbs of awesomeness that you've been leaving through Twitter, through Instagram, LinkedIn, your digital portfolio. Keep those things up to date, keeping your professional life public and your personal life private. And if you want to learn more about that, please check out my book, EduMagic. It goes into detail about how you can own your professional presence online. Next is be a superhero. Dr. Weaver loves to share that you'll never be as famous as you are in the town in which you work, unless you become like a YouTube celebrity. So what does that mean to you as a new employee, as someone looking for a job in the teaching field? This means that in the eyes of the children that you teach each and every day, you are a superhero. You are famous. So embrace it and be a mentor wherever you go. Set a good example. You are always someone's role model. When you are doing that third round interview, so we're fast tracking a little bit here. We say we've got through that first round of 20-minute interview, focusing on teamwork, why we want to be a teacher, and just having a conversation. The second round focuses on content. Third round is where you will be asked to teach a lesson. Don't be afraid to get the students working in groups, focusing on those 4 C's: communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking. Try to differentiate for instruction if you can. But please don't be the one standing up there delivering content for the entire 20-minute lesson. Think about delivering bits of content, mix it in where students can be engaged in learning, whether that be a 6-word story on a Post-it note, a Padlet wall that they want to do, an exit ticket, a think, pair, share, a small group discussion. Really try to engage the students in learning, guide them through learning. Don't just be the sage on the stage walking through a PowerPoint. And then the next piece of advice that I have for you is highlighting your experiences. During the interview process, at some point, you're going to have to share some of your favorite experiences. And let's get this out of the way. Just because you don't have 5 years or 5 days of experience doesn't mean you don't have a voice or value. The district wants to see what you can do. So highlight those great experiences that you've had. Share your ideas, share your thoughts, innovative ways to approach a topic or approach a content area. Highlight those. Show what you know and be able to answer questions by bringing up examples that you've done. Maybe you have great examples in your digital portfolio. So don't just tell an answer, show an answer. And that leads me to my next one, the gold star interview answers. Use what you have to your advantage. You have a digital portfolio, have a digital presence. So make sure that you're showing what you know through your portfolio. You want to make sure you're not just telling somebody answer, that you're actually bringing up examples and showing them. Maybe that's through a video, maybe that's through an image, maybe you want to link to a great formative assessment that you did. Show what you know. Use your digital presence, use your digital portfolio for education awesomeness. All right, friends, don't forget that all of these tips plus 2 additional bonus tips can be found on www.thefessage.com/5, and you can find a whole PDF workbook that'll help you walk through each of these steps, think through how you can really showcase your experiences and show what you know during your teaching interview process. I wish you the best of luck, and please share all that you're doing with #EduMagic. See you later. There you have it, friends. Remember that you have the EduMagic within you. I need you in my professional learning network, so please make sure that you subscribe and share all that you are learning and doing in and out of the classroom with #EduMagic. Until then, I'll see you next time.